Welcome to the video supporting your assignment for today. In this video, I'm just going to briefly walk you through the assignment, some of the questions, and some of the data that is presented. So let's get started. First of all, this is what they call a story map. In other words, what it is text accompanying a series of maps and charts that discuss a given geographic topic. And in this case, what it is discussing is changes in the U.S. population and one proposed solution. So first of all, what I want to begin with is the idea of EIG as an organization. And so the Economic Innovation Group is largely a nonpartisan group that examines how economics can be used to revitalize or improve local economies. So let's take again a look at the story map. What I'm asking you to do today is go through the various chapters of this story map and examine the data. And so the first thing I want to point out is that if we look at this story map, and I'm going to kind of scroll down through this, and again, I'm not going to hit all of the main topics, but you are welcome also to read the coverage of this in the New York Times or in the full report put out by EIG. The main point that I want to make, and I'm kind of going to jump forward, is that the economic group essentially looked at U.S. population and saw some striking challenges facing it. And first of all, one of the most important ideas in U.S. population is that our population is not growing as rapidly as it used to. And in the first graph, we can see that, again, I have some questions about this graph, but I want you to begin to be able to read graphs. Notice here, the vertical axis is not numbers in terms of population numbers, but rates of growth, increases in population in thousands. And then, of course, on the horizontal axis is time, in this case, years. Two lines, we have natural increase, and you all now have that as an equation in your notes. And then we also have net international migration. And remember, net, we're going to get to this next week, is the difference between in-migration, immigration, and out-migration, or emigration. And so again, read over this section. But what I want to get to primarily are some of the maps that are presented here. I'm going to kind of flip through those. But the main maps, and again, I really want to focus on these. If you look at this map, this is county level, so our enumeration unit is county level. The years are 2007 through 17, and so this is county population groupings based on population change. So in other words, the change in the population in a county. And what they've done here in terms of the legend, or the scale if you will, is that they've put it really only into four categories. Those counties that are quickly shrinking, losing a significant amount of population, those that are shrinking slowly, those that are growing slowly, and those that are quickly growing. And if you look, what you'll notice is that there are very different distributions of these. And again, I'm not going to get into what those distributions are, but I simply want to point out, again, the deep red is very rapidly shrinking populations versus the very deep blue, very rapidly growing. And that's overall population. The next series of maps that you're going to see look at what they call prime working age. And again, prime working age in this case is looking at the population that in fact contributes significantly to the working or labor force within the country. And again, here they are looking at this in terms of losses in relation to a percentage. And so here you'll notice that more than a 10% loss, between 0 and 10%, 0 to 10% gain, and more than 10% gain. So what we're looking at here is quantities of increase or decrease in the working population of an area. And again, it's important to note that. Now you notice that the first map shown here, again, always have to look at these. This is from 1997 to 2007. And then they present the data again from 2007. I'm going to close this up so we can see this. From 2007 to 2017. So they have two sets of years, two decades, if you will, and we see changes there. So again, make sure that you understand which map is which, and the scales on the map, or the legend increments. Enumeration units in each case are counties. Now here we have a different map, and this is looking at, again, period 2007 to 2017. You can see that right here. And what this is looking at is a population, share of the 2017 population living in a county that lost prime working age population. And so what they're saying here is that in the state of Illinois, as an example, 97% of the population in a given county lived where there was a loss in prime working age population. So counties that experience loss. Most of Illinois' population experienced that. Now, the other thing that we're going to see in here, and I'm going to kind of go forward a bit, is that they are also looking at higher education. And so, again, what we are looking at here, again, I'm going to kind of move this around a bit, share of bachelor's degrees plus, and again, in 2017. And so, again, what we see here is counties that have over 31% bachelor's degree, and again, the national share is 31%, and so then we're looking at areas that fall above that or below that, and so we can understand that. So again, when you're doing this assignment, please make sure that you look at the legends on the maps, and that when you read the graphs, and I'm going to kind of scroll all the way down now through this, that you understand what is actually being presented. Now, the last of the maps, skilled bachelor degrees holding foreign-born workers as a share of the 25 plus population in the county. So again, this is a map of skilled, that is bachelor's degree and above, foreign-born workers 25 and above in terms of age. And again, you'll notice that it's 1%, 1 to 3% more than 3, which is the national average. And so again, as you do this assignment, please consider these aspects. Answer the questions. The assignment will be due again on Wednesday, September 30th at midnight. Good luck.